Welcome to Rustica Studio. Start with the structure and materials. A wide covered porch with painted beadboard ceiling, substantial square posts, and wide plank decking in an oil-finished pine or aged oak. Picture surfaces that read as honest and weather-tolerant rather than decorative. The paint on the trim is matte. The floorboards show tool marks and hairline gaps that will bloom with time. The visual effect is straightforward and durable. The benefit is practical. Choose materials that tolerate exposure and wear, and maintenance becomes predictable rather than urgent. You will accept marks as part of the porch's life instead of treating every blemish as failure. Anchor seating with pieces that tolerate use and invite lingering. Envision a slip-covered sofa in outdoor-proof linen, a large farmhouse coffee table with turned legs and a top softened at the corners, and a pair of turned wood rocking chairs meant for long afternoons. The image is of furniture that belongs to the porch's life. Heavy enough to stay put, comfortable enough to settle into without self-consciousness. The advantage is behavioral. When seating is genuinely usable, people choose to sit in it, converse, read, or simply watch the yard, which in turn fulfills the porch's purpose as a place of real rest. Layer textiles for warmth and tactility without sacrificing practicality. Imagine a natural fiber rug anchoring the seating area, wool or cotton throws folded in a weatherproof basket, and cushions in subdued ticking stripes and muted plaids. The visual contrast of soft textiles on hard decking signals domestication of the outdoors. The practical payoff is twofold. Textiles provide insulation and acoustic dampening, making the porch usable into cooler evenings while also reducing the hollowness of open-air sound so conversations feel private and contained. Balance wood and metal finishes to ground the farmhouse look. Picture a reclaimed pine console table against the house wall, side tables with wrought iron legs, and matte black hardware on storage lids and cabinets. The image reads as cohesive restraint, materials that age well and can be repaired. The benefit is longevity. Choosing finishes that develop a patina allows the porch to mature gracefully instead of being discarded when trends shift. Curate objects that show life rather than stage it. Visualize a wooden tray with a metal pitcher and tin cups, a stack of weather-resistant books, a woven basket of extra blankets, and a ceramic planter with seasonal herbs. These items are functional and tactile. They tell a readable story. The practical advantage is lower maintenance. When every visible object has a purpose, cleaning is faster and decision fatigue is reduced because the porch's visual vocabulary is limited and intentional. Integrate living plants as anchors and microclimate modifiers. Envision potted rosemary and lavender flanking the entrance, climbing vines supported at the railing, and a pair of large planters with ornamental grasses that move in the breeze. The image introduces gentle motion and scent. The benefit is environmental. Plants attract pollinators, provide fragrance, and create soft barriers that define the porch edges without erecting hard partitions, connecting the porch to the surrounding landscape naturally. Plan lighting to enable use across the day without theatrical touches. Picture a central pendant or simple lantern-style fixture under the porch roof for ambient glow, wall-mounted lanterns by the door for safe entry, and a few battery-powered candles, or a grouping of LED lanterns for evening ambience. The visual objective is functional warmth rather than spectacle. The practical outcome is behavioral control. Layered lighting allows the porch to shift from bright morning tasks to low, enveloping warmth at dusk, signaling what activity the space supports without forcing it. Include a focal thermal element to extend seasonality. Consider a compact wood stove designed for outdoor use, a propane fire table set into a stone surround, or a recessed brazier that functions as both heat and a gathering point. The image centers activity around heat and light. The advantage is obvious. Thermal anchors turn cool nights into opportunities for longer sitting. They organize seating, and they make the porch a social magnet rather than a marginal area used only in summer. Design circulation deliberately so movement is effortless. Visualize clear walkways from the house door to the yard gate. Furniture arranged to permit direct lines without awkward detours, and planters used to define edges rather than obstruct paths. The visual reads as practical geometry. The practical benefit is safety and usability. Unobstructed movement reduces stumbles, simplifies cleaning, and makes the porch feel like an extension of daily life rather than an obstacle course. Provide integrated storage that belongs to the porch's architecture. Picture built-in benches with lift-up lids for cushions, a small louvered cupboard for gardening tools and lanterns, and a firewood rack tucked under a bench. The image is tidy pragmatism. The benefit is friction reduction. Accessible storage keeps seasonal items at hand and prevents temporary piles of things from becoming permanent clutter, ensuring the porch remains ready to use on short notice. Choose finishes and fabrics for proven outdoor performance. Think fade-resistant fibers, stainless fasteners, and finishes that are matte or chalky to hide watermarks. The visual is understated durability. The practical payoff is life cycle efficiency. Materials that resist weather minimize replacements and maintain the porch's character over time without constant intervention. Add seasonal accents with restraint and intentionality. A cluster of pumpkins and chrysanthemums in autumn, a crate of citrus in late winter for scent and color, or lightweight quilts in spring evening, all placed deliberately. The visual strategy is targeted edits rather than a total redesign. The practical advantage is adaptability. A few timely swaps respond to the calendar without destabilizing the porch's core composition. Mind sound and scent in restrained ways. Picture the rustle of cotton awnings in a breeze, the distant clink of garden tools, and the subtle scent of wood smoke or citrus simmering on a small burner. The image forms an ambient profile. The benefit is sensory regulation. Soft, consistent audio and scent cues reduce reactive anxiety and make it easier to settle into the porch's rhythm. Be realistic about chores and upkeep. Envision a seasonal routine. A spring cleaning and cushion airing, a midsummer rinse and re-oiling of wood surfaces, and a pre-winter cover and stack of firewood. The image is a modest calendar rather than a constant burden. The advantage is sustainability. Knowing the rhythm of upkeep prevents neglect and keeps the porch functional year-round.